for just a second. Ooh wee. Yeah, I didn't want to talk over it.
I know. It's so good.
Yeah.
So I think it's really interesting. Like one of the first times we see Cary Grant is we see the back of his head. So he's sort of refusing, Hitchcock is refusing to show us this extremely beautiful man who has this reputation in film for being beautiful. And when he shows up in our film, he's the back of his head. But he's also the watcher, the guy that's pulling all the strings. And I don't think it's any surprise that his name is Devlin, devil, tempting. You know? So.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it?
Yeah. So because he's attempting to pull her back. I mean, I thought it was kind of hard to hear on that wonderful little spy record they had there. But she was declaring her patriotism for the United States. And she had just said, I'm not a patriot. So they know that they can make her work for them on her patriotism. And her dad has just been arrested, so she has ties with the old Nazi party that's now in Rio. Working for that chemical company, which when the Allies got into Germany, it had become this tremendous conglomerate, and it was providing a lot of the chemicals for the Nazis for their war effort. So they broke them up into all these various different pieces. But what remained went to South America, and then of course you had a lot of Nazis working in it. So this would have been very timely at the time. People would have recognized all of that. And then for her, that cute outfit that she's wearing, you notice it shows some skin.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it's a midriff, right?
Well, the napkin was in the way.
Yeah, but before the napkin was there. So all of that.
Oh, yeah.
So all of that. In 1938, the Hays Code came into being. And the Hays Code was an attempt to self-censor Hollywood productions. Because prior to that, well, there's no rating system, right?
Right.
And they didn't want it because they didn't want other people outside the industry to tell them what they could do. So they tried to self-censor in such a way that they would be above reproach. They had just gotten out of the 30s where, like Fatty Arbuckle had raped that woman. I think she even died because I think he raped her like with a bottle that broke in her.
Oh, gosh.
And there was another murder that had occurred. So people were looking at Hollywood as being this really sketchy kind of morals. And two, at this time you've got that developing narrative, that myth of the United States.
Yeah, what would have given them the idea that Hollywood was morally empty, other than Fatty Arbuckle? And could it be? Look at his eye. Look at his vision.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I see your midriff.
Yeah.
So now I see why he put the napkin on her midriff. I didn't realize that it was separate. I couldn't see it.
Yeah, so but her belly button isn't showing.
Oh, yeah.
So they have all these rules that you have to live by to self-censor. So a kiss can't last longer than 3 seconds, right? You can't show sex scenes. So this midriff and her drinking and the messed up hair, her wig, her driving fast, all gives us the impression that she's promiscuous, that she's unmarried. We see plenty of times where we see her hand. She's not married. She's a loose woman. And she's obviously got an accent.
Yeah.
So what they're setting up and what people believed at the time was Europe is decadent, debauched, all of that. Whereas Americans are mom, apple pie, baseball, and I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Interesting.